Hello, everyone. Very good evening. Welcome back once again. Yeah, good evening, all of you. So, all those who have joined, quickly tell me. We'll wait for 1 minute for our other fellow students to join. And all those who are live here, please tell me, are we having any questions, any queries, any doubts to be addressed? No? In case no doubts, then please do give me the comment no doubt as well. Yeah. No. Okay, fine, good. Okay. So let's begin, guys, with the point that we left the day before yesterday, as yesterday we couldn't continue somehow. Okay. So yeah, here we go. The union and its territory. So we considered, we discussed till this part. Okay, that is what exactly is territory of India. Okay, what are the things exactly that comprise Article 1? Okay, so we discussed all of these things: territories of the states, union territories, and the territories that may be acquired by the government at any time. Let's say, for example, today, right now, Pakistan, for example, can take. Okay, it's not part of India. Tomorrow, it might happen that Pakistan would become the part of India, right? So that could be also what? Simply the acquired territory. Okay, that could also become the territory of India. So there is always a scope left. Okay, so this is what the territory of India. And what is the wider expression? Is it the Union of India or is it the territory of India? Remember, territory of India is the wider expression. Okay, as compared to the Union, territory is wider because Union talks about just the present states. Territory talks about the states along with the Union territories, along with those territories which are presently not part of, but could become part of the Union in the upcoming future. Okay, so now, at the time of independence, okay, we were having some groups of states. Okay, Group A, Group B, C, and Group D. But this grouping was technically discontinued. This grouping was said that no, we are not going to have this grouping thing. Okay, why? Because it was literally not so fair enough thing. It was not so nice thing. It was not so like justified thing to have the groupings of the state. This was a thing that was done by cabinet mission plan. They were providing the groups, right? So we said, no, we are not going to have the groups, right? So we proceeded with not having any groups. So at the time of the commencement of the constitution, as you can see, the Union of India consisted of states which were categorized into 4 categories. Okay, but the States Reorganization Act, that is the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act, just discontinued this grouping. Okay, so now, as of now, we have any grouping? No, we don't have any grouping. We are just the country that is India along with the different states. That's it. So remember, guys, till 1956, this grouping thing was continued. Okay, but 7th Constitutional Amendment Act removed this grouping. Okay, so division of 4 main categories, how they were. Part A contained states who were ruled by the governors during the British India, and they were known as the governors' provinces. Part B contained states who were the princely states and were the group of the princely states. Okay. Part C contained states who were former chief commissioner provinces. And Part D contained the state led by the lieutenant governor. Okay. So these were 4 groups, A, B, C, and D. Right? Okay. Now, next, Article 2. What Article 2 says? Establishment of new states. As in simply, as I stated, a particular country or a particular territory which is not yet part of India could be considered as Indian territory at any point of time. Okay, let's say because of any war, because of any treaty, because of any agreement. Okay, it could be considered as Indian territory at any point of time. Like, for example, Sikkim. Okay, Sikkim was till 1975 not part of India. Okay, Sikkim was till 1975, it was not part of India. It was only in the year 1975 that we had an agreement with the Kingdom of Sikkim, okay, the Chogyal dynasty there, okay, and we added Sikkim as the very fresh state of our country, okay. So, which article can we use to add one territory as part of India? It is Article 2. Okay, so it provides that the Parliament may by law admit into the Union or establish new states. Okay, so it grants two powers to the Parliament. Remember, Article 2 grants two powers to the Parliament. What are these powers? Okay, to admit into the Union of India new states that are already existing, and secondly, the states which are duly established and already in existence. Okay, simply speaking, we can create, like for example, artificial islands. You might have heard about this artificial islands, right? Okay, if I ask you a general question, current affairs question, which country is having most number of artificial islands present itself? What is that country which is having most number of artificial islands? Yeah, any idea? UAE, Dubai, Maldives? No. Well, Dubai is having just one or two artificial islands. China, it is, right? In the 9-dash line into the South China Sea region, China is having most number of artificial as in it is made by China. It is not a natural thing. It is not a geographical thing. Okay. It is made by China later on. Okay. They have man-made islands there. Okay. Into the 9-dash line into the South China Sea region. Okay. So establishment of what? Establishment of new states. Where it is done? Okay. It can be done anywhere. Under which article? Under Article 2. Okay. So Parliament can make two things. Okay. Parliament has got two powers. First, create any territory. Second, admit already existing territory as Indian territory. Okay. That's it. Article 2. Next, Article 3. What Article 3 says? Any internal changes, okay, any internal changes in the boundary, in the map of our country can be done by Parliament. Let's say, for example, from Uttar Pradesh, a state was separated. It is now known as Uttarakhand, right? From Andhra, a state is separated. Now it is known as Telangana. Yep, okay. No, Marine Drive Mumbai is artificial. No, I'm not so sure. I'm hearing this for the first time, Pratmesh. Okay. So, yeah, from Andhra Pradesh, we have got Telangana. From Maharashtra, we got Gujarat, right? From Karnataka, erstwhile, we got Andhra, right? From Madhya Pradesh, we got Chhattisgarh. From Bihar, we got Jharkhand, okay? From Punjab, we got Haryana, right? Okay. So, this is what? The formation of new states inside the territory of India. So, whenever internal shuffling is there, okay, any kind of internal shuffling is there, it can be done under Article 3. And who is authorized to do so? It is only and only Parliament of India. Okay. Parliament doesn't needs any kind of permission, any kind of consent from the states. No. Parliament can do so by passing a resolution, a bill inside the Union Parliament. That's it. Okay, Parliament can divide one state into 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as parts. Parliament can subdue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states into 1 or 2 states, whatever. Parliament can also change the status, as in presently it is a state. Tomorrow Parliament can call it as a union territory. For example, Jammu and Kashmir. Till 2019, Jammu and Kashmir was a particular state, right? After 2019, Jammu and Kashmir has become a union territory. Till 2019, Ladakh was part of Jammu and Kashmir. Now Ladakh is a separate union territory. Okay. So all of these internal reshufflings can be done by whom? Only and only by Union Parliament. And which article authorizes the Parliament to do so? It is Article 3. Is it understood? Everyone clear with Article 2 and 3? Okay, yes, Atul, that's correct. 7 different islands of Mumbai connected with bridges. All set? All clear with me in Article 2 and 3? Yeah. Can Parliament also change the name of the states? Yes, Parliament can also change the name of the states. Like, for example, presently Uttarakhand. Presently Uttarakhand. When it was made, it was known as Uttaranchal. Right? Presently Odisha. Right? A decade back, it was known as Odisha. Okay. So this is what? Simply the name change. Now, who has the authority? Give me the answer. To change the names of the cities or the districts. If the names of the states can be changed by the union, who has the authority to change the names of the cities or districts? State or union? Yes, can change the boundaries of the states as well. State legislature, true. Like, for example, right now we are into the city. This is known as Gurugram. Okay. It was known as Gurgaon till 6-7 years back. Okay. We have a city in UP known as Prayagraj. Till 7-8 years back, it was known as Allahabad. Okay. Right. Allahabad became Prayagraj. So changing the names of the cities, okay, or even districts is into the hands of state assembly. Okay. But changing the names of the states, altering the boundaries, okay, dividing the states, submerging the states, it is all the action or the duty or the authority of the union parliament. That's the basic difference. Okay. Yeah, Aurangabad to be as Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, if I'm not wrong. Sambhaji, right? Yeah. Understood? This is Article 3. Now, what Article 4 says? Any changes done using Article 2 and Article 3, okay, should not be considered as a constitutional amendment under Article 368. Okay. Remember this thing. What Article 4 says, that if you have made any changes under Article 2 or Article 3, you do not need to have a different constitutional amendment under Article 368. It should be not considered as any amendment under under Article 2 or 3 or even Article 1. There should be no changes in the first and the fourth schedule as well in our constitution. Okay. So remember, simply whatever changing, okay, is happening, whatever change is happening in the map of India, okay, by the parliament, there should be having, it should be having no constitutional amendment for that. Okay. Now, this brings us to a very important thing to discuss. It is known as the Berubari Union case. Okay. What it is known as? Berubari Union case. What is this case all about? (1960). Okay. In this case, Supreme Court clearly stated, okay, please note down everyone, Parliament needs to have an amendment before giving any piece of land to any foreign territory. To any foreign territory. Please note down and comment noted once we are done noting. Any piece of Indian land, obviously. Noted? Yeah. See, what is the logic? Before acquiring, if I'm acquiring any piece of land, any territory, I don't need any amendment. Okay? If I am acquiring any territory, I don't need any amendment. But in case I'm giving any particular territory of mine, a smallest to smallest piece of land of mine, right? Then I need a constitutional amendment. So anyone who can give a recent example that we had an amendment for the sake of giving off a territory of India to any foreign country. Recently we had an amendment. Any idea? 97th? No. Is it Bangladesh? True. No. Kachathivu? No. It's, yes, Bangladesh. The 100th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2014. In order to give land boundary agreement a legal status. LBA in short, land boundary agreement with Bangladesh. Okay. So this land boundary agreement, 100 Constitutional Amendment Act was passed, and some 55 enclaves of India was given to, 55 enclaves of India was taken from Bangladesh, and some 110 enclaves of Bangladesh, which was here, it was given to Bangladesh. Okay. So just remember, if we have to give one single land, one single piece of land, even a smallest measurement of land to any foreign country, what we need a constitutional amendment. But in order to take any territory, do we need any particular amendment? No, we don't need. देने के लिए चाहिए, लेने के लिए नहीं चाहिए. That's it. In order to give, you need to have amendment. In order to take, no amendment required. Is that understood to all of you? Is that clear, guys? Yes? All of you? Clear? Khub bhalo. Very nice. Okay, let's go. So this is part 1 that we just completed. Okay. See, the next one is citizenship chapter. Okay. So I suggest everyone, don't worry about this citizenship chapter. This is the Berubari Union case we just discussed. Okay. So what happened in this case? We gave a piece of land to a foreign country. Okay, that was the Berubari region of West Bengal. That is to East Pakistan, the then East Pakistan of 1960. But the local authorities, they quoted that this is unconstitutional. And hence they approached Supreme Court. And obviously, Supreme Court gave the judgment that in order to give any territory, Parliament must pass a constitutional amendment. That's it. Okay. So, guys, we have the next part here, citizenship part. Okay, right? See, if you are giving, whether you are, let's say, for example, let's say you are giving 100 units of land, and in exchange, you are getting 100 units of land. Okay, right. So technically it is now substituted, right? Nothing has gone. Okay, but the process of giving is going on. Then you need the amendment. Whether you get in exchange equal amount of land, doesn't matters. Okay, whether in exchange you are getting equal amount of land, then also you need the constitutional amendment. Okay. Does the amendment needs to get passed with a special majority? Yes, Pankaj. The amendment needs to pass with special majority. Clear? Anything else, guys, before I start the next chapter, that is the citizenship? Okay. Okay, so here we go. Citizenship in India. Next part is the second part, part 2. Okay, articles 5 to 11. Okay, so citizenship in India is having two different connotations. Just solely, as already we discussed once, I believe, and just sanguinis. Okay, what's this? Just solely and just sanguinis, right? Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you, Ashirwad. Okay, so just solely and just sanguinis. What are these two things? Just solely is by birth on soil. Okay, and what is just sanguinis? Just sanguinis is by descendancy, as in one of your parent or one of your grandparent, they are the resident of the soil. Okay, so this is what just solely and just sanguinis is. Yeah, relationship by birth or relationship by bloodline. Okay, these are the two things. Now, the citizenship, as I stated, it is part 2. Okay, which part? Part 2. And articles 5 to 11. Okay, guys, one thing, tell me, can I write part 2 like this? Can I write like this, part 2? In digits? No? Correct. No. I cannot write like this. I will always have to write in Roman numbers. Okay. But articles, they are written in normal digits. Okay. Articles, you will never write articles in Roman numbers. Okay. Always parts and schedules. They are to be written in what? Roman numbers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay. Parts and schedules are always to be written in the Roman numbers. Okay. And articles, their subclauses, okay, their clauses are to be written in normal digits and alphabets only. Okay. No Roman numbers to be used in clauses and subclauses as well as article numbers. Okay, where you will use Roman numbers only in parts and schedules. That's it. Okay, so here we go. The citizenship concept. Just solely citizenship granted based on where a person is born. Just sanguinis, citizenship is granted based on ancestry or bloodline. Okay, that's it. So these are the two connotations of citizenship. Next. There is a very important information mentioned here, as you can see. Since the Motilal Nehru Committee report of 1928, okay, since the Motilal Nehru Committee report of 1928, Indian leaders favored what? Just solely. Okay, what was the focus? Just solely. And the idea of just sanguinis was rejected. Okay, but remember, even till today, what do we have? We have got solely plus sanguinis both. Okay, we are using, though it was rejected, but remember, okay, we are using the concept of solely as well as sanguinis. Okay, so these articles were enforced from November 26, 1949. It was the date of the adoption of the Constitution of India. Okay, right? All the other articles, remember this point. Very, very important. Okay, all the other articles were imposed on 26 January 1950. Okay, all the other. But only these 6 articles, they were imposed on 26th November 1949. Okay, remember. Just solely and sanguinis is these Latin words, yes. Okay. So these 7 articles, Article 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. They were implemented or they were imposed exactly on 26th November 1949. Okay. All the other articles, they came into existence on 26th January 1950. But these 7 articles, 2 months back, exactly on the date of the adoption of the Constitution, on the completion of the Constitution. Okay, please don't forget this. And remember this point always from the perspective of history, just solely, okay, was the major thing which Indian leaders wanted, as recommended by the Motilal Nehru Committee report of 1928. They rejected this just sanguinis concept. Okay, but yes, later on, from the perspective of the Constituent Assembly, just solely as well as just sanguinis, both of them are followed. Okay, right? And you know it very well. What type of citizenship we have in India? Single citizenship or dual citizenship? Obviously, it is single citizenship only. Okay, so citizenship for Indians, it is always single citizenship. Okay. Now, please remember this thing. India has 2 kinds of citizens. Okay. Friendly citizens and alien citizens. Alien citizens as in those who are coming from foreign. Okay, so friendly, okay, that is the country which is good with us, okay, and enemy, which is the country which is not good with us. Okay, so friendly alien and enemy alien. Who are these friendly aliens? Means, like, for example, if any person is coming from Russia, any person is coming from Canada, France, Germany, England, Spain, wherever, they are friendly aliens. But if any country, if any particular citizen is in India, is from Pakistan, is the enemy alien, right? Or Bangladesh is the enemy alien. Is that correct? Is that correct? Yes or no? No. Why? Why, Adarsh? Why this is not correct? Okay, why it is not correct? Okay, no. Why no? They are not at war with us. Okay. Okay, I'll repeat the question. 2 types of aliens are there: friendly aliens and enemy aliens, right? These are the 2 types of aliens: friendly and enemy. Friendly aliens are those aliens with whom we have good relations, with whose country we have got good relations. England, Germany, America, Russia, France, Canada. Okay. Enemy aliens are those aliens with whom we are at war or those who are considered as hostile countries. So presently, if a Pakistani, a Bangladeshi, or a Chinese national is here in India, are they friendly alien or enemy alien? Presently, are they friendly or enemy? Yeah, friendly only, because why? We are not in any physical war with, we're not in mid of any physical war with either Pakistan, either China or Bangladesh. Okay. Last time we were at war, it was only in the year 1999, thankfully. Okay. After 1999, we haven't indulged in any actual war. We have been in a Cold War situation. We have been into some skirmishes, okay, with China, Pakistan, and presently with Bangladesh as well. Tense situations are there, okay, but we are not at war. Even during the time period of Operation Sindoor, we were not at war with Pakistan. War was not declared. Okay, post Pahalgam attack, 22nd April till 7th of May, or let's say till 15th of May, okay, when these operations were going on, right, we were just having a battle. We were not having the war. Okay, just make this thing clear. We were just having a battle and we were not indulged in any war. So there were many Pakistani citizens. There are still many Pakistani citizens who are residing in India. And at the border areas, there were many Pakistani citizens who were asked to leave, but still they were not given the status or the tag of enemy alien. Okay, got it? Yeah. Next. So, Article 5. What Article 5 says? It provides the citizenship on the commencement of the Constitution. Guys, remember, it could be bit twisting for you. Twisting as in the dates could be troubling. Okay, but you need to remember the dates. Okay, please be very quick and fast. And let me give you the disclaimer. The dates could be disturbing. The dates could be, troubling, but still, okay, not that troubling. If you just show some focus and attention, you won't get much trouble. Okay, so Article 5, what it says, it provided for the citizenship on the commencement of the Constitution, as in all those domiciled and born in India were given citizenship. Okay, even those who were domiciled but not born in India, but either of whose parents were born in India, were given citizenship. Okay, anyone who had been an ordinary resident for more than 5 years, okay, was entitled to apply for citizenship. This is Article 5. Okay, this is Article 5. Any person during the time period of the commencement of this Constitution, that is 26 November 1949, is born in India or whose parents are Indians or has been domiciled in India or has been living in India since last continuous 5 years could apply for citizenship. Okay, so this is what Article 5. So all those domiciled and born in India, even those who were domiciled but not born in India, okay, and all those who are living inside India since last 5 years, okay, but not Indians, they were entitled to apply for the citizenship. And this is at what date? This is the date 26th November 1949. Okay. Article 6 provided rights of citizenship of certain persons who have migrated to India. They have came to India from the areas of Pakistan. Okay, so Article 6 is for those who came to India from Pakistan, basically refugees. Okay, basically what? Refugees. So what it says, okay, since independence was preceded by partition and migration, Article 6 laid down that anyone, literally anyone who migrated to India before July 19, 1949. What is the date? Before July 19, 1949 would automatically become an Indian citizen. If, what is the condition? If either of his parents or grandparents was born in India. Okay. But those who entered India after this date needed to register themselves. So what happened? Okay. Yes, Prasanna, I'm good, dear. Thanks for asking. Okay. So, guys, the fact, if you were there on the Pakistani side and partition happened, okay, the boundaries were marked, right? And partition happened. And you wanted to come to India, okay. But you needed to come before July 19, 1949. Okay, before July 19, 1949, you need to come back to India. Okay, the commencement of the Constitution, 26 November 1949. Okay, Article 5. And Article 6 says that all those who have migrated to India from Pakistan, okay, before July 1949, okay, they automatically gets the citizenship, automatically. Okay, but if they migrate to India post July 19, 1949, they need to apply for the citizenship. Is that understood? The date under Article 6? Yes, please. Yeah, but there is a condition. Okay, but why July 19 particularly? Because we were just a date we kept as we completed all of these segments by this date. Okay, so nothing specific. Okay, just as per the comfort of the assembly. Okay, as they were knowing that we are about to complete the constitution. Okay, hence as a result, July 19. Okay, they needed to provide a specific date. So considering the work of the constitution, the progress of the constitution. Okay, so they kept this date specifically. Okay. So there is a catch you guys have mistaken in case or didn't notice. It laid down that anyone who migrated to India before July 1949 would automatically become an Indian citizen if there is a word mentioned. Okay, what is that? If. What is this if? Either of his parents or grandparents was born in India. Okay, Indian side. Okay, born in India, that is towards the Indian side. Remember, either of parent, mother or father, or let's say grandmother or grandfather. Now here, I haven't mentioned maternal grandfather, grandmother, or paternal grandfather, grandmother. Which one? Maternal or paternal or either? What do you think? Maternal grandfather or paternal grandfather or both or either what? Either. Yeah. Okay. Either maternal grandfather is Indian, either maternal grandmother is Indian. Okay. Either paternal grandfather is Indian, either paternal grandmother is Indian. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Not both. Either. Okay. Let's say you can understand like this. There's a guy who migrated to India before July 19. Let's say here is Mr. X. Okay. He migrated to India before July 1949. His mother is Pakistani. His father is Afghani. Okay. His maternal grandfather. Okay. His maternal grandfather is British. Okay. His paternal grandfather is, let's say, also British. Okay. His maternal grandfather. Okay, sorry. His paternal grandmother is Spanish. Okay. But his paternal grandmother is Indian. बहुत खतरनाक हो गया ये, ठीक है, कंकॉक्शन बहुत खतरनाक हो गया, but no worries. Is this person eligible to take Indian citizenship? Mother Pakistani, father Afghani. Maternal grandfather British. Paternal grandfather British. Paternal grandfather, maternal grandfather Spanish. Huh? Paternal grandmother Indian. Is this guy eligible? Yes or no? Eligible? Yes. Why? Because at least one person from these four, mother, father, paternal grandfather, six actually, maternal grandmother, maternal grandfather, should be Indian. So this Mr. X is having paternal grandmother as Indian. So he is eligible to take the citizenship. Okay, that's it. So this is what? Article 6. Okay. And remember, all those who migrated post July 1949, they need to apply for the citizenship. Next, Article 7. Provided rights of citizenship of certain migrants to Pakistan. Okay. Certain migrants to Pakistan. Obviously, Sundar, okay, they need to show the proof, obviously, that paternal grandmother, I'm quoting that my paternal grandmother was Indian. So I need to show the proof. Okay, obviously. I just can't say verbally and you'll get the citizenship. No. Article 7. What is this? Provided rights of citizenship of certain migrants to Pakistan. Article 6 is migrants to India. Article 7 is migrants to Pakistan. Okay, what's this? Those who had migrated to Pakistan. What is the date kept? After 1st March 1947. Migrated to Pakistan after 1st March 1947, but subsequently returned on resettlement permits were included within the citizenship net. Okay, so the law was more sympathetic to those who migrated from Pakistan and called them refugees than to those who, in a state of confusion, were stranded in Pakistan or went there but decided to return soon. Okay, so let's say you are a refugee of that time, okay, and you wanted to come to India, but somehow out of any confusion or due to any, tense situation, in order to safeguard your life for whatsoever reasons, somehow you went to Pakistan, okay, but no, you realize that no, it's not your place, you wanted to come back, okay, so Article 7 is here for rescue. So those who migrated to Pakistan after 1st of March 1947, but subsequently returned. Okay, but returned. Returned on what date? Okay, returning date should be maximum what? What do you think? Returned by what date? Yeah? Returned by what date? 19 July 1949. Yeah. Okay, returned by 19 July 1949. They will be given citizenship. Okay? Yeah. Okay? So this is Article 7. Next, we have got Article 8. Right? What is this? Provided rights of citizenship of certain persons of Indian origin residing outside India. Okay. Indian origin residing outside India. What is this? Any person of Indian origin residing outside India, or either of whose parents or grandparents was born in India, could register himself or herself as an Indian citizen within the Indian diplomatic mission of that country. Indian consulate, Indian high commission, Indian embassy, whatsoever. Okay, right? So if you are born outside India, but either of your grandparents or parents, they were just solely, that is, born in India, you could register yourself, okay, for Indian citizenship in the Indian diplomacy, Indian, embassy there. Okay, Article 8. Understood, guys? Till Article 8. Minority in Pakistan, how can they acquire? Now they will have to come to India, reside in India for at least 7 consecutive years, and then only they can. Clear? 19 July 1949, that is for those people, those who migrated to Pakistan after 1st March 1947 mistakenly. Okay. Regardless of the parent citizenship, no. Born in India and they're having the citizenship in India. Okay. Not regardless. Okay. Next, Article 9. What it says? It provided that if any person voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a foreign state, will no longer be a citizen of India. The moment you have acquired the citizenship of any foreign country, you will lose your Indian citizenship. Okay, guys, just give me a second. Okay, so guys, as we have already discussed, that India follows strictly the principle or the norms of single citizenship. Okay, we do not have the concept of dual citizenship. What do we follow? Strictly and strictly the single citizenship concept. Okay, so if any Indian citizen acquires the citizenship of any foreign soil, immediately his or her citizenship would be cancelled with immediate effect. No legislation, no certification, no process is needed. Okay, so remember what it is requires, what it says: if you acquire the citizenship of any foreign soil, go, tata, bye bye, your Indian citizenship is cancelled. Next, we have Article 10. What it says: every person who is or is deemed to be a citizen of India. What Article 10 says: every person who is or is deemed to be the citizen of India under any of the foregoing provisions of this part is subject to the provisions of any law that may be made by Parliament, okay, and will continue to be such citizen. As in, simply speaking, all the laws made by Parliament, whether you are the citizen of India or deemed to be the citizen of India. Deemed to be the citizen of India means you have applied for the citizenship, the process is on, you haven't gained the citizenship yet. Okay, you have applied for the citizenship, but you haven't gained the citizenship yet. So you are deemed to be citizen. Okay, so whether you are deemed to be a citizen or already a citizen, whatever laws Parliament has made, you are bound to follow that, regard to the citizenship or anything. Okay, so this is what? Article 12. Right? Sorry, Article 10. Right? Next, and the last into this part, Article 11. What it says: it empowers the Parliament to make any provision with respect to the acquisition and termination of citizenship and all matters relating to it. Okay. So who is entitled to make citizenship laws in India? If you have to answer in one word, please answer. Who is entitled to make citizenship laws in India? Come on, guys, fast. The parliament? Only the parliament? Okay. Now, answer yes or no. Not government here, parliament. Okay. Now, answer me with yes or no. Okay. Can state legislative assemblies make any laws related to citizenship? Can state legislative assemblies make laws? No? No? Okay. Can... Okay, no. Fine. Can state legislative assemblies terminate citizenship? Can state legislative assemblies terminate citizenship? No? Correct. Acquisition, termination, any kind of change, okay, related to citizenship is an authority or a power exclusively given to the Union Parliament only. Okay, it is exclusive as in it is the authority of the Union Parliament only. Right? Union subject only under Schedule 7. Very good, Adarsh. Okay, that's correct. Yes, Akshay, deportation can be done on the grounds of internal security and national security, but not termination. Okay. Refugees, state can accept, but can't grant citizenship. For example, West Bengal. Okay. It has accepted millions and millions of refugees. Okay. And now is facing too much trouble because of those refugees again. Right. Can accept refugees, but can't grant them any kind of citizenship. Okay. Clear? So guys, when you just done with Articles 5 to 11, you will encounter this Citizenship Amendment Act. Okay. I suggest you guys need not go through this Citizenship Amendment Act. I think this this is shared with you guys, right? This PPT is shared with you guys. Just a second, please. If India acquires any foreign territory, then what's the process of applying for citizenship, or they also have to wait for 7 years? No. Okay, if we acquire the territory, then immediately the citizenship is given to them. Okay, if tomorrow we occupy POK, back, not occupy, we get it back. Okay, then obviously the residents of that part of Kashmir will automatically become Indian citizens. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I suggest all of you, considering your syllabus, okay, this PPT, whenever you get this, okay, I guess post class today you'll get this. Don't go through this. Okay, though I've added it. Okay, but it is not mandatory considering your exam syllabus and everything. Citizenship Amendment Act. Okay, you can just skip this part. Okay, basically, it's not needed. Okay, All the things that are needed, we have already discussed. Okay, so you can just what? You can just skip this one. Okay. Or if you want to go through the reading, okay, you can go through the reading and let me know if you face any problem. Okay, though honestly, okay, that is not needed at all. Is that clear to all of you? Any questions still here? Article 5 to 11. In your current affairs segment, okay, if the citizenship thing is needed, that will be added. But as of now, it's not needed. What you need is only information till Article 11, not these things, okay? Acquisition, termination, all of these things, they are technically, you can skip this one, okay? Okay, so we can start the next topic, right? The next part, that is part 3, the fundamental rights. Okay. In case of mixed race, individual wants the citizenship of 2 countries. Is there a provision, sir? Amisha, I didn't understood. Means, are you asking that if there is one person who is applying for citizenship of 2 countries, okay, at the same time, is that possible? Are you saying this? Yes. Yeah, you can. There are 200 plus countries in this world. Okay, there are 206 countries presently. Okay, you can apply, okay, for citizenship of 206 countries all at once. Okay, it depends up to those countries. Okay, which country is going to provide you citizenship first, and which country is there, okay, who is not going to provide you citizenship. Okay, and let's say all those 200 countries, they have provided you citizenship altogether. Okay, so it's up to you now which country to choose. Okay, yeah, you can apply. Let's say you are a British citizen. Okay, let's say for example you are a British citizen and you have applied for the citizenship of all other 200 countries including India. Okay, let's say which country is there to grant you citizenship first. Let's say India has granted you the citizenship, and you have on the same time France has also granted you the citizenship on the very same time. Okay, now it's totally your choice. You may say that okay, I'm going to take the Indian citizenship, and I'm saying sorry to France. Okay, that's also possible. Okay, they can't apply in any exam, not just IB. Deemed to be citizens are not eligible to apply in any exam. Okay. Right. So here we go. Next, fundamental rights, part 3 of the Indian Constitution. Okay. Articles 12 to 35. Okay. How I define the meaning of the word fundamental rights. Okay. Please note down this one. Okay. So, whatever is natural is basic. Whatever is basic is fundamental. So I call them fundamental rights. I call them natural rights. I call them basic rights. They are all same. Okay. Natural, basic, fundamental. Okay. Whatever the word you want to take. Done? This is the basic definition for the thing that is known as fundamental rights. And now, let's talk about Articles 12 to 35. Article 12 is what? Definition of state. What actually is a state? Okay. What is Article 12? Definition of state. As per the Indian Constitution, what are the things identified as state? So it is all those, please keep writing, territories, organizations, institutions, governed directly or indirectly by central government or any state government will come under the definition of state. Please note down and let me know once it's done. Himanshu, we'll discuss your comment in this particular chapter only. Okay, there are few rights that are granted to only Indian citizens, and there are few rights which are granted to citizens as well as aliens. Done? So all those territories or the boundaries, organizations, institutions which are governed directly or even indirectly by central government or any state government will come under the definition of state. Noted? Done? This is Article 12. Okay. So you say from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, that is from Indira Point to Indira Col, from Gujarat, Rajasthan to Arunachal, Nagaland, from Lakshadweep to Andaman, whatever the territories are, whatever the organizations are, even organizations, LIC, DRDO, or ISRO, ISRO, okay, Baba Atomic Research Center, everything, they all will considered under state. Yes, Shanduru, I'm waiting. Please tell me once you are done noting. Noted? Okay. So this is Article 12, definition of state. Next, Article 13. What is this? Definition of law. What are the things that are considered law by the Constitution? IB officer on duty has fundamental rights, limited. Not all, but limited. Okay. Definition of law. What are the things considered as law? Laws passed by Parliament. Please keep writing, guys. Laws passed by Parliament. Laws passed by state legislative assemblies. Ordinances issued by President. Ordinances issued by governors of the states. Judgment or orders passed by judiciary. Orders or notifications issued by gazetted government officers. So these are the things which will be considered as law. Okay. Please tell me once you are done noting. Done? Okay. So this is Article 13. What's this? Definition of law. Next. Now it is written in your notes, nothing to note anymore. Okay. Well, Article 12 and 13 are also written, but I just wanted you to have this elaborated thing. Okay. Next is Article 14. Okay. Equality before law. Okay. Next is what? Article 14. Equality before law. If you remember, in the sources of the Constitution chapter, something rule of law was mentioned. We took from the British Constitution that rule of law thing given by this A.V. Dicey, right? So in there, it was mentioned Article 14, equality before law, right? Let me first write few articles and then we'll discuss. Article 15, right against discrimination. Only on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, and place of birth. Article 16, equality of opportunity in public employment. Article 17, abolition of untouchability. Article 18, abolition of titles. If you want, you can note the headlines, the headings, though not necessary. It's already mentioned in your notes. Okay. So shall we start with the first one, that is Article 14? Yeah. Okay. So what Article 14 says? Equality before law. Simply meaning what? Whosoever you are, smart or ugly, handsome or beautiful, rich or poor, big or small, okay, whosoever you are, doesn't matter. You are all equal in the eyes of law. Whether you are having a bank balance in billions, whether you are a big celebrity, big, some star, doesn't matter. Whether you are a high class person, middle class person, lower class person, lower middle class person, upper class person, whatever. In the eyes of law, you are all equal. If Mr. Ambani goes and casts his vote, okay, if Mr. Ambani goes and casts his vote, and if I go and I cast my vote, what will be the difference of value in the both votes? Yes, guys, tell me. If I go and cast a vote, and Mr. Ambani goes and he also casts his vote, what will be the value of votes? Equal value. Yeah? No difference. That's correct. No difference. Okay? That is what? How you can understand the equality before law. We are all equal in the eyes of law. Okay? It is also having the equal protection of laws, as in everyone same, no higher big. Okay. Now, equality before law is also understood with another term, that is equal protection of laws. Okay, equality before law is also having another term, that is equal protection of laws. And what is this equal protection of laws? Well, it says likes are treated alike. That's true. Okay, but those who are not alike, they should be given the special treatment. You might have seen this image. Let me just download it once. Don't know where it gone. Okay, let it be. I'm not able to open it. No worries, you can see this image, right? Right. Equity. To provide them with what is needed. Okay. This is equality, but this is not justice. What is justice? This is justice, equity. Okay. So if I just go ahead with equality, okay, it's on desktop. Sure. Nice eyes. You are good enough to become the IB officer. Oh, yeah, it is. Thank you, Sadvik. Nice eyes. So, this is equality, right? Yes, it is. This is the best example of equality. Everyone is given one blocks. But is it serving the purpose? It is not serving my purpose, right? Okay. This is equality along with justice. That is known as equity. The one who needs none is given none. The one who needs one is given one. The one who needs two is given two. Okay? That is known as equality. Right? Now they are all in one single lane, one single line. Right? Okay? Understood, guys? So this is known as what? This is known as equal protection of laws. Okay. This is known as equal protection of laws. Okay. As per Article 14. So we follow what? Equality before law as well as equal protection of laws. Okay. Next, Article 15. Right against discrimination. You should not be discriminated only on the grounds of religion, race. You know race? What is race? Your skin color is known as race. Okay. So, what is that? Religion. Okay, that is the dharam, the deen, the iman that you are following. The race, that is your skin tone, skin color. Your caste, that is your community, what you belong to. Your sex, that is your gender basically. Male, female, transgender, whatever. And your place of birth. Okay. So these are the 5 grounds on which no person shall be discriminated. Next, Article 16. Equality of opportunity in public employment. If you want to take any public office, you can take. Who you are. Like for example, there could be some eligibility criteria. Like for your IB ACIO exam, there is some eligibility criteria, right? What is the eligibility criteria? You need to be graduated from any stream. Your age should be, I guess, between this 18 to 27. I guess 27 is the maximum age limit. You should not be coming from any physical disabled thing. Okay, that's it. Is there any religion needed? Is there any caste, any proper gender? Is there any proper race, any proper community needed? No. If you want to become, let's say, the prime minister or the president, the governor, right? An IS or IPS officer, what do you need? Some eligibility criteria. You must be graduated, 21 years of age, and you are fit to appear for the examination. Qualify the examination and you are done. Whether you are a male, female, third gender, transgender, whatever you are. You want to become the prime minister? Okay. Your age should be minimum 25 years, fit to be elected as a member of parliament. Okay, that's it. You are fit to become the prime minister of India. Right. That's it. Okay. So, is there any religion requirement? Any caste, any gender, any place of birth? No. That only people born in Gujarat can become prime minister. That only people born in this Punjab can become the prime minister. Only people born in UP can become the prime minister. No. Wherever you are born, okay, no worries. You can become the prime minister. Whatever your gender, whatever your caste, community, race, religion, doesn't matter. Okay. So this is Article 15. 16. Equality of opportunity in public employment. Next is Article 17. Abolition of untouchability. But 50% of IS should be from SC, ST, OBC. See, that is reservation and not 50%. Okay, there is nothing known as 50%. Okay, it's all up to this availability of, what do you say, vacancies. Okay, right? So we have kept reservation. And in that, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, backward classes also, there is nothing mentioned as religion, gender, race. Scheduled caste or scheduled tribes is an umbrella term, right? There are people from Christian communities, those who are scheduled caste. Okay, there are people in Christian community, those who are scheduled tribes as well. Okay, so there is no mentioning of religion. It is just a social status that this is a particular community which was deprived of many of the rights or was suppressed or exploited a lot. Okay, understood? There, it's not caste is not mentioned there. Under scheduled caste, there are thousands of castes. Okay, and this is an exception. Always remember, this is an exception. Okay, as per the equal protection of laws. You forgot just the previous slide. Equality and equity. We work on the grounds of equality as well as equity. We have to provide to the society what the society needs, not just the equality. So our scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, backward classes, communities, okay, they need that reservation. That is known as equity. Okay, right? So Article 16, equality of opportunity in what? In public employment. Okay. Next is Article 17. Abolition of untouchability. Untouchability as in छुआछूत, we call it in Hindi. Okay. Aprishyata. What is untouchability? When you not let anyone come at your level. When you just discard anyone on the grounds of their religion, caste, or maybe even gender. That is known as untouchability. Okay, when you let not anyone have access of a particular place or a particular institution. Okay, that is known as untouchability. So untouchability in every form, in any form and in every form has been abolished. Okay, that is Article 17. And finally, abolition of titles. Here you have to add one thing, except the military and academic titles. See, during the time period of independence, till independence, we were having excellence. What? Amisha, excellence, I didn't understood there. See, during the time period of independence, we were having this thing. Titles were given. Raja Sahab, Maharaja, Diwan Sahab, Nawab, Nizam, Thala, Thalaiva, right? So these were the titles. Periyar, okay? These were the titles. Mahatma is a title, right? Sardar is a title. So we used to give such titles to our citizens. Okay. But all of these titles thing, they have been abolished. Now you can keep title only on your social media. That I am Prince Charming. I am Angel Priya. Very famous fake account name, Angel Priya, right? I am Dad's Princess. I am Mummy's Prince. Okay, I am Raja. I am Maharaja. You can keep there something like that for the nonsense things, right? Okay, but not in real. You don't have the titles in real. Okay, Maharaja Dheeraj. So it's your Instagram ID. Okay, right? Understood? Abolition of titles. But you can keep some titles like your military and academic titles. Let's say you are Subedar, Major, General, Lieutenant, Commander, Brigadier, Lance Nayak, okay, whatever. You can keep that titles with you as a prefix or suffix with your name and your academic title. You're a lawyer, doctor, okay, chartered accountant, okay, these are your academic titles. You can keep them. But only with just prefix or suffix. They won't provide you any advantage. Okay, you can keep those academic and military titles only. Okay, and only they will provide you the respect and no any other advantage. Okay. Yeah, they can. Movie star titles. Power star, dashing star. It is all social status. Okay, no political. Okay, this is all what the love of the masses. It is having no legal, constitutional, or political existence. Okay. Yes, advocate they put. Okay. I am an advocate. I keep advocate. Okay. Yeah, understood all of you? From articles 12 to 18. Okay, you guys are quick learners. Nice. Touch wood. Okay, guys, so let's take a short break of 10 minutes. You'll get the polity MCQs. I'll ask the team. I'll just ask the team to upload it at the earliest. Okay. Titles not allowed in document. No. Okay, guys. So let's take a short break of 10 minutes and then let's continue. Okay. Not more than 10 minutes. Please remember. It's 7:30 exactly. We shall resume class by 7:40. Okay. Dear Mirza Asim, there is nothing known as definitely, okay, this much or that much questions. But yes, approx we can say on an average, considering the previous patterns, 10 to 15 questions. Okay, you can expect roughly 10 to 15 questions. Okay, see you guys in 10 minutes. Okay, welcome back, guys. Oh, I'm late by 4 minutes. Sorry. So, before break, we completed till Article 18. Now, moving ahead. Next one, Article 19. It talks about the 6 fundamental freedoms. Okay. What is this? Article 19. 6 fundamental freedoms. What are these 6 fundamental freedoms? Okay. Need not write. Okay, this is all written in your notes. Need not write. Okay. Freedom of speech and expression. freedom of movement, residence, or settlement, association, assembly, and profession. Okay, so you have got all freedom. Okay, freedom to reside and settle. So do you also legal advice? Imanshu, I didn't got it there. It's like you ask that I do provide legal advices. Like I do, but not as a profession. Okay. So 6 fundamental freedoms. What are they? Freedom of speech and expression. Okay, you can speak anything, you can express anything. Then you can move anywhere throughout the territory of India. You can reside and settle anywhere throughout the territory of India. You can form your own associations. You can assemble, but assemble peacefully. Peacefully as in without arms. Okay, without arms and ammunition. Okay, freedom of settle depends on LOC. LOC, what is LOC, Prathamesh? Okay, then freedom to assemble peacefully, obviously without arms. This is what is also known as right to protest. Then you have got the freedom to have any business, trade, occupation, profession of your own choice. Okay, so these are your 6 fundamental freedoms. Okay, understood? Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. The 6 fundamental freedoms. Now remember one thing. All of your fundamental rights, in specifically this fundamental rights guaranteed under Article 19. Okay, all of these fundamental rights, they do come with reasonable restrictions. Okay, they do come with what? Reasonable restrictions. As in, state, as per the definition of Article 12, state can impose reasonable restrictions on the fundamental rights of citizens. Okay, and this thing we call it as the doctrine of reasonable restrictions. Okay, the state can impose reasonable restrictions on the rights of citizens, as in they are not absolute. Remember, just please add these words, these lines. The fundamental rights are not absolute. They can get suspended or restricted in the name of national security, national emergency, or any kind of a law and order situation. Okay? Always remember all of your fundamental rights, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, except Article 20 and 21. They can get suspended during the imposition of national emergency. They can also get restricted by the state in the name of national security or any kind of law and order situation. Okay, that's it. This is what? Article 19. Is that understood, guys? Everyone? Article 19? Like in COVID, yeah. Second point, their second point, this one. Which second point? Rishabh, second point, which one? Like there are too many second points. This one second point, this one second point. Yeah, this, okay. Yeah, see. In the name of national security, national emergency, or any kind of law and order situation. Okay. All of your fundamental rights, they can get restrictions. Okay, they can get restricted. Okay. So, except Article 20 and 21 in case of national emergency. Okay. So, this is where reasonable restrictions they are. You cannot speak anything against defense forces. Okay. You cannot speak anything against dignity of an individual, group, or even any organization. Okay, you cannot speak anything against the national freedom struggle, or simply speaking, national heritage. That's it. Okay, so this is the doctrine of reasonable restrictions. Okay, Rishabh and Lokesh, is that clear? Yeah, okay. Next, Article 20. Okay, next we have got Article 20, protection in respect of conviction for offenses. Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. Article 21, capital A, right to education. Article 22, protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. Article 23, right against exploitation. Okay. Article 24, prohibition of child labor. So starting with the first one, Article 20, protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. What is this? You can't be punished for same offense more than once. Remember, okay? You can't be punished for same offenses more than once. Okay? First thing, you can't be a witness for yourself. Okay? And apart from that, you cannot be punished for the violation of those laws which are not in existence. Okay? So, Article 20, what is this? Protection in respect of conviction for offenses. What is an offense? How do I define this word? Offense. What is this? Offense is violation of law. But if I am doing an action which is not violating any law today, that will be not considered any offense. Okay? So, violation of offense, a violation of law is an offense, right? What law? Which is existing right now. Not that law that will be made a week later, 10 days later, month later, year later, or something like that. Okay? Law which is already in existence. Only that law. Okay? So, no double jeopardy. As in, no one will be punished and prosecuted for the same offense more than once. Okay? You can be punished and prosecuted how many times for one offense? Only once, not multiple times. Okay? So this is what? Article 20. Understood everyone with Article 20? Yeah? Article 20, all clear? Yes? Everyone, please. Right. Next is Article 21. And you need to by heart all of these articles, remember. Okay, you need to by heart all of these articles. Very, very, very important. Yeah. Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. No person shall be deprived of his life and personal liberty except procedure established by law. Except by the procedure established by law. Okay. Can't be punished twice. Let's say there is Mr. X who murdered Mr. Y. Okay. So Mr. X was given some 7-10 years of rigorous imprisonment. Okay. So let's say, for example, he was given 7 years of imprisonment. Okay. So after completing his tenure of after completing his sentence of 7 years of imprisonment, okay, when Mr. X is outside the jail again, now he's free. If he commit any other murder, let's say now he murders Mr. Z, then he will be back to jail again. But for the murder of Mr. Y, he has already completed his sentence. He has already completed his punishment. So now, again, he can't be pulled back to jail. That, oh, you murdered Mr. Y, now come back to jail again. Not like that. Okay? Got it? Ashish? Same offense as in same type of offense. Not that one same offense. Okay? Same type of offense if he has committed again, then back to jail again. Okay? Right? Let's say Mr. X murdered Mr. Y, and for the murder of Mr. Y, that guy has been sentenced to 7 years of jail. After coming back from jail after 7 years, okay, now if he, that is Mr. X, commits any other murder of Mr. Z, Mr. A, Mr. B, then only he will be sent back to jail. Not like this, oh ho, he was the one who murdered Mr. Y, send him back to jail again. Not like that. Okay. Is he or she given the same punishment for how much ever murders he did at the same time? Depends on the intensity of the crime. Okay, depends on the intensity of the crime. I know one person, he was sentenced to jail for some 3 years, okay, for a murder. And the murder was very conditional as in it was an act of self-defense, but the act of self-defense was not purely justified in the courtroom, okay, but still it was somewhere around the corner justified. Okay, so he was sent to jail still for some 3 or 3.5 years, something like that. Okay. Depends on the intensity of the crime. Many of the times, the murderers, for one single murder only, they are sentenced life imprisonment. Okay, for murders only. Many of the time, the murderers, if it is not that cruel murder, they are sent to jail for 7 years, 10 years, 14 years. Okay, like that. Clear, Surya? Surya, is this clear? Okay, so moving to the next one, Article 21. Okay, so right to life and personal liberty. Right to life and personal liberty. No one will be deprived of his life and personal liberty, once again, except procedure established by law, or simply speaking, except for the violation of a law. Okay, that's it. If the act of self-defense is justified, yeah, in that case, it could be. Okay, if it is clearly justified that the murder or the assassination happened not out of any rage, not out of any anger, not out of even any mistake. Even if you kill someone by mistake, let's say, for example, accident. If there is a person who is driving and while driving, he or she kills, okay, in the accident only, by mistake only, then also it is considered as a crime, though not grave level of punishment is given. 6 years, 7 years, or maybe 5 years of imprisonment is only given, but still it is given. In case if the act is justified that no, this assassination or this murder happened just because of defense, it was an act of self-defense, if justified, though it becomes almost next to impossible thing to justify whether it was an act of self-defense or not. Okay. Does the sentence gets reduced in India like for good behavior? Might get. We have got provisions. Okay. Now leave it. Come back to Article 21. Right to life and personal liberty. No person shall be deprived of his life and personal liberty except by the procedure established by law. Simply speaking, if you have violated any law, then only your life and liberty could be curtailed. If you haven't, then don't worry. No worries. Okay. Next, we have Article 21, capital A. It was inserted in the Constitution through the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act. 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. Okay. As in, every child aged between 6 to 14 years. Okay, remember, every child aged between 6 to 14 years shall be entitled to receive free and fair free and compulsory education. Okay, every child, regardless of the child's religion, race, caste, etc., every child who is aged between 6 to 14 years is entitled to receive free and compulsory education. Where it is mentioned, Article 21, capital A. That is right to education. Capital A means it has been added through an amendment. Whenever you encounter this capital alphabets, A, B, C, D, and so on, remember, these were the articles not written in the original constitution, and they are added through any kind of an amendment later on. Okay, so Article 21, capital A, added through which amendment? 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. That's it. Next, Article 22. Protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. What about A1 or A2? Prathamesh, what's that? What's this A1, A2? I didn't got it. Okay, so next is protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. This is different from Article 20. Okay, this is different from Article 20. What it says, whosoever has been arrested, just listen carefully, it's all written in your notes. Whosoever has been arrested shall be produced in front of the court within 24 hours of such arrest. Okay, remember, whosoever has been arrested shall be presented in front of a judicial magistrate within 24 hours of such arrest. Okay, except the time of travel. Simply you can quote. Let's say there is a guy who has been arrested today, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. It is, what date today? 6th of August 2025. Okay, this guy should be maximum by 7th of August 2025, 8 p.m. Will be represented in front of whom? In front of the judicial magistrate. But there is an exception. What is the exception? This is the exception. Except the time of travel. The transportation time of the detained person is not calculated in these 24 hours. Okay, the transportation time will be excluded. Okay, so this is Article 22. And now remember, there are different types of arrests. Like, we have got the punitive and preventive. What is punitive? Obviously, for the sake of punishment. If a person has committed a crime, that person will be taken into the custody. What is preventive? There is something known as preventive detention. What is this? When even a person has not committed any crime. Okay, not committed any crime. Okay, then also this person could get arrested on the grounds of prevention, that the authorities believe, the officers, the bureaucracy, the police, they believe that this person who could spread some nuisance, could commit some crime, could disturb the life and property of the people, could be, just on the grounds of suspicion, a person could get arrested. Okay, so preventive detention is legal in India under Article 22, Clause 3. Okay, and for this case reference, you can just have A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras, 1950. In this case, Supreme Court justified the preventive detention laws. Okay. Event digital. Yeah, Pratmesh, I don't understand these short forms. Digital, what digital? Are you talking about digital arrest? Well, there is nothing known as digital arrest, first of all. Okay, there is nothing known as digital arrest. Even for digital crime, yes, for any kind of digital, that is cyber crime. Even for any kind of a cyber crime, that person could be arrested. Okay, crime is crime. Digital, cyber, physical, whatever. Okay. So remember, preventive detention laws, they are valid in India. What is the case reference? A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras, 1950. That's it. Next. Article 23. Right against exploitation. No one, okay, literally, no one can compel you to do any work without your will, without your choice. Okay, remember this thing. No one, literally, no one can compel you to do any work, to perform any task, to do any duty without your will, without your choice. Okay, it's totally your will, your choice only. Right? So, this is what? Right against exploitation. There should be no forced begar, as in, if you are asked to work, you will be paid for that work. Okay, if you are asked to work, you will be paid for that work as well. Okay, that is known as forced begar as well. Okay, so right against exploitation, no forced labor, no human trafficking as well. Human trafficking as in no smuggling, no sale, purchase, no trade of human beings should be there. Human beings should be not bought and sold. Slavery is a thing that has been abolished quite long back. Okay. So, right against exploitation, where it is mentioned, Article 23. Okay. Next. Prohibition of child labor. No children, okay, should be employed in any hazardous industry. Okay. No factories. Child labor is absolutely, totally banned in India. And what is that article? Article 24. Okay. So, right against exploitation, Article 23. Then, prohibition of child labor, Article 24. That's it. Okay. Is that clear, guys? What is the age of child? 14 here, as per the Constitution. Okay. Child labor, that is up to the age of 14. No children shall be employed in any employment in any industry that is hazardous for health. Yeah, everyone? Understood? Clear? Okay, fine. Is Sadvik, Article 22, protection against arrest, arrest and detention in certain cases, as in, whosoever has been arrested shall be represented in front of the judicial magistrate within the 24 hours of such arrest. First thing. Second thing, the time of travel. Let's say, for example, a person has been arrested from Lakshadweep. Okay, Lakshadweep Island, okay, in the mid of ocean somewhere. And the nearest magistrate from Lakshadweep here is Thiruvananthapuram, for example. Okay, I'm just creating a hypothetical situation. Okay, so the nearest magistrate from here is Thiruvananthapuram, okay, in Kerala. Suddenly, the officials, those who have arrested, they got to know that due to some bad weather conditions, they can't travel through flight. And the only medium to travel is now left, that is through waterways, that is through ship. So obviously it will take more than 24 hours for them by ship to travel from Lakshadweep to Thiruvananthapuram. So those time of travel, whatsoever time it is taking, 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours, whatever, it is excluded. It's not calculated. Okay? Understood, Sadvik? And then it talks about preventive detention. Preventive detention as in on the grounds of suspicion that authorities believe that there is a person who could commit some crime, who could create some nuisance, some disturbance. Could, not yet justified that he will. Okay, or maybe let's say even he will. Okay, it has stated that he will commit some crime. He will. He hasn't committed right now. So on the grounds of prevention of the crime, it can also happen that the person could be arrested. Preventive detention. You know Lalu Prasad Yadav? Everyone know this guy, Lalu Prasad Yadav? Aware with him? With this name? Anyone who doesn't know him? He's having 9 children, and one of his daughter is named as Misa Bharti. Okay. Have you ever heard anyone with the name Misa? You would have heard Nisha, Nissa, Nisa. Okay, these are the names, but you will never hear this name Misa. When national emergency was going on, Lalu Prasad Yadav was arrested on the grounds of prevention through this MISA. MISA as in, MISA is having full form, Maintenance of Internal Security Act. Maintenance of Internal Security Act. In short, MISA. So when he was jailed through this MISA, okay, his wife, she gave birth to a girl child and he named his daughter as Misa. Okay, Misa Bharti. Yeah. Okay. So this is where now MISA as act is no more. Okay. There were multiple acts like MISA, TADA, okay, Terrorist and Disruptive Activities Act, POTA, Prevention of Terrorist Activities Act, Coffee POSA, Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smugglings Act. Okay. So all of these acts, they were there who were dealing with this preventive detention. Now, all of these acts, they have been discontinued, and in place of all of these acts, what we have got? We have got the National Security Act, NSA. Okay. What's POSCO? Okay, it's POXO. It's not POSCO, it's POXO, P-O-C-S-O. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. Okay, any child, okay, whatever the gender is, less than 18 years, if he or she is subjected to any kind of verbal, physical, or mental abuse, specifically physical abuse, then the perpetrator could be prosecuted through the POXO Act, Protection of Children through the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. Okay. Done? Next, Article 25. I have a doubt regarding the POXO Act. Surya, though it's not part of the topic, but still, okay, you can go on. Tell me, what's the doubt? Yeah, tell me, dear. When a girl is being abused below 18 years and was unable to prove at that time. Well, unable to prove at that time, it depends on the situation. Okay. Nothing justified. It depends on the situation. Okay. So even if the crime happened when the girl was below 18, okay, but it was not proven at that time and it was registered at that time. Okay, let's say proving took time. Okay, let's say proving took time, but the case was registered at that time only. Then okay. But if the case is registered after the victim has crossed the age of 18, then very least chances. Okay, least, or let's say no chances. Okay. Turned above 18, well, it won't, you can, but it won't sustain. Okay, it won't sustain. Understood? Okay, so next. Article 25. Freedom of religion. Article 26. Freedom to manage religious affairs. Article 27. Freedom from payment of taxes for the promotion of religion. Article 28. Freedom from attending religious instructions in educational institutions. Okay, 25, 26, 27, 28. Freedom of religion. You can profess, propagate, promote any religion of your own choice. You can have the conscience of any religion of your own choice. You can promote any religion of your own choice. You can propagate any religion of your own choice, and you can have the profession of any religion of your own choice. Okay? Tell me, is it possible? My name is Praveen Mishra, and can I become the pastor of any church? Is it possible? My name is Praveen Mishra. Can I become the pastor of any church? Yes, it is possible. Okay. The name is just the name. Okay. If I have the caliber, I have the quality, I can become. If my name is Praveen Mishra, okay, can I become the Maulvi without changing my name? Can I profess Islam? Can I? Yes, I can. Okay. Church member will not allow. That's a different thing. Okay. The community won't allow. That's a different thing. But as per the law, I can. Okay. Church members won't allow. That's a different thing. But as per the law, I can. So let's say, for example, my name, okay, I am Parvinder Singh, for example. Can a Parvinder Singh become a Pandit in a church? A Pandit in a temple? Yes, Parvinder Singh can do that if he wants to, right? So this is what your religious freedom is. Okay, as per Article 25. You have the freedom to profess, propagate, promote, and have the conscience of any religion of your choice. Okay, regardless of which religion you are born in, which religion you are practicing, you can switch, you can change n number of times. Okay, now next, as you can see, Article 26. What is this? Freedom to manage religious affairs. Manage religious affairs as in what? It's my religion and I will manage it as per my own conditions, as per my own wish, as per my own will, right? So let's say, for example, how do we celebrate, let's say, Diwali? So we celebrate Diwali, we burst crackers, okay? It's my wish, right? I don't want to burst crackers, I won't. I want to spread some colors, I will do that, okay? So what is this? Article 26, freedom to manage religious affairs. You can manage your religion as per your own wish. Okay, it's holy. You don't want to spread colors. Okay, no worries. You want to burst crackers. Okay, but remember, your religion should not be disturbing others. Okay, it's your religion. Keep it till with you only. Your religion should not be disturbing others. Okay, you must be having that in-depth understanding, that profound understanding here. That please, you have to consider your religion as very immaculate, as very clean. Okay, do not make it dried up, do not make it parched. Okay, just you have to understand that you have to create a fulcrum where everyone is enjoying their life, their religion, their freedom, and everything. Okay, and their rights are not disturbing your rights, and your rights, they're not disturbing their rights. So this is what the freedom or the rights, the fundamental rights, they're all as per Article 25 and 26. Okay, freedom to manage religious affairs. Then we have got Article 27. What it says? Freedom from payment of taxes for the promotion of religion. In India, religion is tax-free. Can I start new religion? Yes, why not? Start, totally up to you. Okay. So in India, what is religion? Religion is totally tax-free. Okay, totally tax-free, right? For the sake of promotion of any religion, you don't have to pay a single penny. Okay, no taxes for religion. This is where mentioned under Article 27. Next, Article 28. If any religious instruction is given to you in any educational institution, you have the right, you have the freedom to attend that religious instruction. You have the freedom to not attend that religious instructions as well. Okay? This is what? Article 25, 26, 27, 28. That is simply the religious freedoms. Clear, guys? Taxes on temples. They're not for the, not all the temples they are taxed. Okay. No tax for waqf. No. If they're promoting the religion, then no tax. Right? Next is Article 29. Rights of minorities. Article 30. Minorities to establish their own educational institution and administer it. So if you're a minority in India, okay, these two articles are specifically for minorities. Okay, rights of minorities to preserve, protect, and promote their language, custom, tradition, belief, etc. Okay, this is what is mentioned under Article 929. Okay, temples don't pay tax, but their trustees have to pay taxes. Yes. Okay, so rights of minorities, right? What are the rights? To preserve and protect their own language, custom, belief, etc. Okay, they have got all the rights, okay, under Article 29, rights of minorities. Next, Article 30. The minorities, they could establish and administer their own educational institution. Like, for example, if you are a Muslim, you have all the right to establish madrasa. And who has the right to administer, to manage that madrasa? Only the one who has established it. Okay? So this is what the rights of minorities. So first one, 29, that says rights of minorities to protect and preserve their own culture and customs. And Article 30 says that they have the right to establish and administer their own educational institution. Okay? Is that clear, guys? Rights of minorities? Okay. Next. Article 31. Right to property. It was right to property, but it has been repealed, that is no longer in force, through 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978. Okay, it is no longer in force, it is repealed. Okay, right to property. Now it is no longer a fundamental right. Okay, that is repealed, as in it is now no longer in action, no longer in force. Okay, it is dormant. Okay, next is Article 31 capital A, Article 31 capital B, and Article 31 capital C. Guys, just as of now, for now, until we cover some more chapters, okay, please skip this. You need to study, but for now, just skip this, as they might provide you some grave level of confusions. Okay, just skip this part. Okay. Understood? Next, we have Article 32. It is known as the constitutional remedies. Article 33. Rights of persons in armed forces. Article 34. Imposition of martial law. And Article 35. Some exclusive rights of parliament that are given to parliament only to make certain laws. Okay. So guys, for today, I think we have discussed a lot of the things. We have completed the citizenship part as well as almost all of the fundamental rights thing. Okay. There are 4 more articles to be discussed, 32, 33, 34, and 35, that we shall be discussing tomorrow. Okay. So before we wind up the session for the day, please, all of you, tell me, I'm here. Any doubts, any questions, any queries? Yeah, go on, please. No doubts? Hamam, Article 21, that is right to life and personal liberty. You have got all rights to live your life as per your own wish. You might have heard that thing, na? My life, my rules. Maha life, Maha rules. That only. No one will deprive you of your life and personal liberty except you have violated any law. Okay, that's it. Can we have question and answer round from tomorrow? Well, Ashish, surely. Their trick is only one: revise, recall, memorize. Okay, just read couple of times thoroughly and you will get it. Well, Sundar, I'm not part of that channel, okay, yet. Okay. Which channel you're talking about? Telegram, let me see. No, I'm not connected with in that channel yet. Okay. So just please wait. The team will upload here. Okay. Or I'll ask who is the admin of that Telegram group. Okay. I'll ask that person to add me. There I'll upload. Okay. Yeah, Sahil, I'm also not sure of any Telegram group. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's Karan sir. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. See you all tomorrow. Okay. It's Alok Ojha sir and Karan Jindal sir. Okay. Okay. I'll ask them. Okay. So I'll ask them to add me there and I'll upload the PDFs there. Okay. Sir, as per Article 20, no, he didn't got jailed twice. He got jailed once only. He got jailed twice for two different actions. Okay. Not for just one illegal guns. Okay. For two different crimes. Okay. For guns as well as for TADA. There was an act at that time known as TADA. Okay. Okay, everyone. See you tomorrow. Good night. Keep studying well.